welcome back to my channel. Today I have Justin with me and we are going to do our Whole30 review.
Whole30 review.
Since I started this, I don't like to call it diet, but like program, I guess you would say.
Lifestyle change.
Lifestyle change, sure. I've had a lot of my friends ask me a lot of questions and they want to know my progress, so I figured this is the best way of making a video and just updating everyone on what we both experienced. I wrote down some questions that some of you sent me over the past 30 days. Ulcerative
colitis really went down.
Ulcer! And then I also am just gonna answer like basic questions. So let's just jump right in and get started. The first thing is, if you are watching this and you're like, I don't even know what the Whole30 is, I'm just gonna read the beginning paragraph of this book.
Show them the book.
This is the book. This is, I think this is like the original book. They have multiple books now, but this is just like the basic one talking about what the Whole30 is, and then there's a cookbook in the back also. I figure the best way of explaining the Whole30 is just to read this paragraph because literally the definition.
I didn't read it, so go for it.
Okay. So think of the Whole30 like pushing the reset button with your health, your habits, and your relationship with food. Our premise is simple. Certain food groups could be having a negative impact on your body composition, health, and quality of life without you even realizing it. Are your energy levels inconsistent or non-consistent? Do you have aches and pains that can't be explained by overuse or injury? Are you having a hard time losing weight no matter how hard you try? Do you have some sort of condition like skin issues, digestive ailments, seasonal allergies, or chronic fatigue that medication hasn't helped? These symptoms may be directly related to the foods you eat, even the healthy stuff. So how do you know if and how these foods are affecting you? Eliminate them from your diet completely. Cut out the psychologically unhealthy, hormone unbalanced, gut disrupting, inflammatory food groups for a full 30 days. Let your body heal and recover from whatever ailments those foods may be causing. Push the reset button with your metabolism, systemic inflammation, and downstream effects of the food choices you've been making. Learn once and for all how the foods you've been eating are actually affecting your day-to-day life and your long-term health. So that's a really long description, but it's the best way I can tell you what the Whole30 is, by literally reading the book. So the next basic question is, what foods do you cut out during the Whole30? So you cut out sugar, alcohol, whole grains, legumes, and dairy. I don't know about you, but I had a ton of people ask me, well, what can you eat? Did anyone ask you that?
Meat.
They're like, what can you even eat then? I guess the most basic answer is meat, seafood, veggies, fruit, natural fat, eggs. That's pretty much it. It's basically anything that's not sugar, alcohol, dairy, legumes, grains. Another question I've gotten from someone is the Whole30 low carb? Because I know a lot of people like compare it to the keto diet. It's not necessarily low carb, especially now that you can have potatoes. You couldn't have potatoes when they first started this, I guess. I don't know how long this program's been going on, maybe a few years. But you can make it as low carb as you want, I guess, necessarily, but it's not technically a low carb diet. The carbs you're allowed, you can eat as much of them as you want. It's not like, this isn't a strict meal plan diet where they provide like how many carbs you need to eat per day.
It's not a counting of macros and micros.
No. I wanted to start the Whole30 over a year ago. So I bought the book because my friend, Annie, actually, if you're watching this, hi Annie.
Kitchen engineer.
She started doing this, well, I think it was like a year and a half ago is when I was really interested in it because of her. And she's done it multiple rounds now. I want to do it because she was having such great results from it, just like feeling great. And so I bought the book. I was all excited. I was like, I'm gonna do this. And my book sat on the shelf. I like never even opened it.
Like most books.
And I don't know, something inside of me, like right before January, just like a few days before, I was like,
New year, no me.
well, I saw the Whole30 book sitting on the shelf and I was like, I'm gonna do that. I don't know, all of a sudden I was just like, I want to do that. I quickly skimmed over the book. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read this book word for word. I don't think you necessarily need to. I just wanted to know like the basics of it, why we were cutting these foods out, what it can do for you. If I had any questions, I would just find it in the book and look it up. I decided to start, and I wanted to start because I've just heard such great things about it, and it wasn't even necessarily about weight loss for me. It was more for you, right? That's the main reason you wanted to do it. Which obviously weight loss is a plus. Who doesn't want to lose weight if they have weight to lose? But I just wanted to do it because
Which we all do.
I always feel like crap. How often do I say I have a headache, I don't feel good?
You're garbage.
Yeah, I always felt like crap. So I just wanted to do this so that I could have more energy, feel better. I figured why not try it? It's just 30 days. Like, it sounds like a long time, but it went by so fast. Wow, you look so enthused.
It went by fast. I'm a little tired right now. Went by fast. Yeah, great.
Nice talk. Nice talk.
I was the crutch. I kept this thing afloat.
Oh my god. So I was the one who was interested in doing this. Obviously we live together and I do all the cooking. Although during this process, you cooked. You started to learn to cook a little more and you cooked a few times.
I cook, I just don't like to.
So that was really nice. Oh,
she's weaseling.
Get down. Hey, Mill. I was the one who wanted to do this. Justin didn't look into it at all, right? I was the one who like skimmed over the book, read about the benefits, how easy, how hard it would be, all of that. And I'm the one who meal planned everything, and basically, if that's what's for dinner, he has to eat it, so he was gonna do the program. And I mean, he could have like not done it completely. He could have ate differently at lunch and stuff when we're not together, but he chose to just do it with me.
I chose to be stronger.
What do you mean? I'm the reason you did this, so you're welcome.
I'm the reason you did that.
Why do you even say that?
You knew I'd drop weight and be better looking than you.
Shut up. So that's the main reason I wanted to start it, is just to feel better and figure out what's not agreeing with my body. I've had a few people ask me what the hardest part about it is. For me, it wasn't cutting out all of these foods, it was meal prepping. And some people have asked me like, do you meal prep a lot? And I guess by meal prepping, I didn't physically like make all my meals and put them in the fridge and have them ready, because I like to cook, so I just cook after work and make dinner every night. But the hardest part was actually like planning out those meals for going grocery shopping. And because these were, not all of the meals were even that different from how we ate, it was just like certain ingredients that went in them, I feel like.
Ingredients are different and they're not always easy to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some things that like I would order off of Amazon, but then I just looked harder and some of it we did end up finding in stores. But I think that's the hardest part. Is I always was a planner anyways with groceries. Every Sunday or like Saturday night I would sit down, make our grocery list and plan out what we're having each day for dinner. I already did that, but it was just all new recipes, all new ingredients, and just a lot more. Like our fridge was super full because we bought like a lot of meat, a lot of fruit, a lot of veggies, and that just takes up a lot of space. That was the hardest part for me. What about you? You didn't plan out things, so you didn't even deal with that.
Stuff, so the hardest part was
well, he has a job where sometimes he doesn't get to eat at lunch.
Getting weaker.
But that was, he's just a bad planner in that way. He can have snacks planned to leave at work in the fridge, and you just didn't do that. You did that to yourself.
Getting weaker wasn't fun. Getting weaker wasn't fun, but
like
comes with weight
wise?
loss. Well, yeah, lifting wise.
I didn't want people to think you meant like you're brittle and frail. Also, one of the basic questions you get is it hard? It's like, well, obviously it's not easy. It got easier towards the end, but then again, towards the end, I was just sick of it because like I read in the beginning of that book for you guys, you're cutting out foods, but not all of them are necessarily bad for you. I like this part from the book. It just says we're not saying these foods are bad. There is no mortality when it comes to food. Foods aren't bad or good, and you're not bad or good for eating or avoiding them. We're not even saying these foods are bad for you. We don't know that yet. The thing is, neither do you. I missed like healthier snacks like a yogurt or like some peanut butter on my banana. Just like I was getting sick of eating pretty bland things, but it wasn't hard by any means. We found, like for my coffee in the morning, you find products that help you out along the way too. Like I always put creamer in my coffee, which I've been looking for an alternative for a while anyways, because creamer has so many calories. Like 1 tablespoon is usually like 80 calories, which is crazy because I definitely put a couple.
I don't use creamer, so
well,
it was easy.
I found nut pods, which Annie had showed me, and I really love them. I ordered them off Amazon, but then I just found out that our co-op has them. So if you live in Marquette County, the Marquette Food Co-op has nut pods. But like I said, I got them on Amazon too.
Probably more flavors on Amazon than
they don't have
3 yet.
They only have like 4 flavors.
Oh, well.
And
co-op
they come out with like seasonal ones. That's where like I got a pumpkin spice one on Amazon because the co-op doesn't have that.
Moving forward, spirit fingers.
Or
I was just gonna say the first week you feel like dumb.
yeah, you do.
You gotta fight through the first week, and then
Like,
after that you have more energy. I had an aha moment where I could see more clearly, and
yeah, but you're driving that one day and you were like, oh my god, everything looks so vibrant.
vibrant.
I agree with that. You just want to like go over your experience, like from the beginning to end?
That was kind of it, yeah. Beginning was 5 days maybe, but then of
Like how did you feel that first 5 days?
hunger, you crave stuff. But then after that,
Did you have any headaches or anything?
I don't get headaches too often, no.
Mm.
No headaches. But I was just hungry. I wish that I could eat more different things, but it's not hard. You just eat the stuff that's in the book. Tells you that you fit the whole 30 and you
And you do it!
you just do it and you make those changes and it is what it is. And
So now, like, what can you say, like, what's the best part that came out of this for you? Like,
best part, losing 20 pounds.
yeah, he's down 20 pounds. I am down almost 10. I'm like 9 point something. And they say in the book, I don't think I told you this, but they're like, don't measure yourself, don't weigh yourself throughout this process. Just enjoy eating good. But every January we do like a weight loss challenge with our friends. So every Sunday we weigh in.
You knew me.
New year, new me. Every year. Come right back around. Have to lose the weight all over again.
Heavier this year than last year.
Yeah, those were our weight loss results. But like I said, it honestly wasn't my biggest goal was to lose weight. I wanted to lose some, but I just wanted to feel good. And I'm so happy I did this because I do feel great. Like I have more energy. Like I was saying to one of my friends that I used to love coming home from work and taking a nap before because I'm done at 3 usually and he's done at 4, so I usually like take a nap and just relax on the couch in that time. But like I would get home and I wasn't tired and I was kind of like mad because I wanted a nap because I'm just so used to that. But I just had a lot of energy and even like my mindset, like I felt, I don't know, maybe it's just like
I remember going through these weird energy spurts where I just had too much energy and I was run dancing in the hallway.
Where? Oh, at home? When you just get a bunch of energy and you're like, sometimes I'm like, I just like want to burn energy. But yeah, I had the same, I'm like going all over about my experience, but in the beginning, it was probably like he said, the first 5 days I felt like crap and we try to work out 4 days a week. I missed like 1 or 2 days that week because I felt really weak. And it does say in the book, like the first few days you might not want to work out if you're feeling really weak and deprived. And it's not that you're deprived, it's just that you're used to eating way more and way more dense foods and garbage pretty much. Even if it's like a healthy food, like a lot of healthy food has added sugar that is destroying you.
Yeah, and you learn everything has sugar or added sugar.
We were at the grocery store and we'd look at everything and we're like, oh my god, we can't even have this. Like, I wanted to get like frozen fruit to make like a smoothie with almond milk and there'd be like 7 grams added sugar. I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, the first week I felt like crap and then it was only up from there. And like I said, towards the end, I was starting to get sick of it, but it wasn't necessarily hard. I thought for sure, like, dairy is my absolute favorite food group. Like, cheese is probably my favorite food. And I was scared that I wouldn't be able to do it or complete it because I love dairy so much. And I didn't think I could live without it. And now, honestly...
cheese. You're addicted to cheese.
Yeah, I was addicted to cheese. It's like literally my favorite food. And I mean, it still is. I love cheese. But I can honestly say, like, I don't have this immense craving for dairy. The best thing that came out of this for me is the way I look at food now. Like, it's definitely changed my perspective on what I'm eating, how much sugar is in it, what are better alternatives. Like, after the Whole30, like, people have asked, well, so are you just never gonna eat those foods again? And I'm like, no, it's just, you're just more mindful about what you're eating. Like, we were saying that now we want to do, like, most dinners Whole30, and then at lunch, like, try to stay Whole30, but maybe have, like, peanut butter, or, I don't know, just try to eat healthy still. But I want to keep dinners Whole30, and then on the weekend, enjoy ourselves, not, like, overindulge, but enjoy yourself. Have pizza. I can't live without pizza. So that's why I plan on doing a reintroduction phase. I'm in the process of it right now. He, on the other hand, went and got a pizza yesterday while I was out with my friends.
I didn't mean to.
Honest mistake.
Honest mistake. Rib place had an 1.5 hour wait, and
closest place was pizza. They don't have salads. I have been reintroducing all of these food groups, and I'm gonna do a separate video on how I reintroduce them. So I'll just keep the reintroduction out of this video because that's a whole nother
we can do it.
Deal.
I did it all in one shot.
Yeah. Gluten, dairy, sugar, and pizza.
It wasn't a
He
reintroduction.
doesn't really care because he just did this because I was doing it. He wanted to lose weight. I did it because I want to feel better, and I want to see which of these foods are making me feel like crap. This obviously was our first time doing the Whole30, so I'm not an expert on this whatsoever. There's probably some things that other people have done, or people who have done the Whole30 a few times are like, you shouldn't have done that, or that's not right. Especially with my reintroduction, I'm not doing it like super slow like you probably should. I'm just taking a day in between, but there's things I'm sure I could have been better at. Like, as for spending money on groceries, a lot of people asked me if groceries were more expensive, and most of the time, sadly, I'll say yes, they were. We had one trip that was super expensive, and I don't really know why. I don't know, like, it was more expensive. You're buying a lot of produce, you're buying a lot of meat, you're buying other little things that mostly that we just wanted because it would help us not feel so deprived.
And
not that you're deprived, but...
Well, there's certain ingredients that you have to buy.
So, but there definitely is a way to do it cheaper. We just, like, didn't mind spending the extra money because we're not going out to eat. And second of all, like I said, you're kind of making up for foods you can't have. Like, I was buying a lot of fruit, even though you're not supposed to eat a lot. That's one thing I probably didn't do right, but I had fruit every day just to help get me by. So we were buying other things that were kind of expensive just to help us along. So you don't have to spend a lot on groceries. You can plan it out so that you're spending as much as you were before this. Because eating healthy really isn't expensive. Like, when people say that, it's dumb. If you want to eat like a king, or like, we would reward ourselves with like expensive seafood, like a big pile of shrimp, like your food you're eating. So if we
treat yourself,
yeah, treat yourself, but with the good stuff. So if any of you are thinking about trying out the Whole30, I definitely would say that I recommend it. It's done a lot for me. It's taught me to be more mindful with my food. I feel amazing. Like, I'm not kidding, I feel great. I used to get headaches every day. Sometimes I was bloated or just felt like nauseous, and I didn't even eat like terrible.
She ate bad.
Okay, sir.
She was also very angry on the Whole30.
He thinks I was angry during it. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, it's like a month-long menstrual
okay
cycle.
Whatever. So yeah, I think if you want to try this out, definitely give it a shot, and just know that 30 days really isn't that long. There's much harder things in life that you will go through. 30 days of eating clean shouldn't be the worst thing you go through.
Could be for someone.
Well, I want their life then. Okay, I hope I answered all the questions that you guys have been asking me on like my Instagram. If you guys want maybe a video on recipes I made that we liked the best, I could do that for you, or ideas for recipes.
Otherwise, Pinterest has a bunch.
Yeah, Pinterest. Oh, one question someone asked me is, should they buy the book? I told her that, you know, maybe when this first came out, you did need the book because it was just coming out and that's all there was. But now I'm sure it's blown up everywhere on the internet, and you can probably do a lot of research on the internet and not buy the book unless you want the cookbook in the back. I didn't use the cookbook that much. I made like a few recipes. I wanted the book because I just wanted to really read about why I was cutting these foods out and just what the program was all about, how you would feel. I just thought it was nice to have the book, but do I think you need it? Probably not. But you know what I mean? Like,
Most
there's
things
so
you
many...
don't need the book.
Right, like there's so many resources online, and I guess I just don't want someone jumping into it blind, like not even knowing why they're doing this. Like, you want to know why you're cutting out these food. As long as you can find that online and read about, really research why you're doing this and what it can do for you, then I don't think you need the book. Maybe others would say differently. Like the authors of the book who want to...
Sons of bees! Where's my royalty?
So yeah, that's all the questions I can think of. Sorry this video was all over the place. Like, I'm so bad at keeping things in a nice flow.
Whole30, too much energy.
I'm just like all over the place. Okay, so I guess that's it. If you have any questions, maybe leave them down below or message me on Instagram. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Give it a thumbs up. Okay, so I'll see you guys in my next video.